Hello there. Don't be alarmed. We're just preparing your listening device for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. We do this, of course, by filling the radio with water. Don't worry, we're professionals. Thanks to me, you won't even get wet. You see, I've crammed every appendage of my body into the cracks and crevices of your radio, ensuring an airtight seal. By the way, don't touch your on-off knob. That's a very sensitive area. Anyway, I should remind you, we believe in the buddy system just like diving, so don't listen alone. Call your buddy and tell them that Scuba Radio is about to begin.
We're gonna start a new life under the sea.
So, am I gonna drown?
Of course not. Just stay calm and let the gentle currents relax your every muscle.
Under the sea, under the sea.
Did it just get warmer?
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
Where the hell are the sharks?
And now, here's your dive guide for Scuba Radio, Greg the Dive Master.
And welcome. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. Wow. Wow. What a week. We have some major stuff on the show today. And, the radio gods have rained down on us this week and provided us just some radio gold that I just can't believe it. What are the odds?
I'm back.
Casey, the tobacco nut, is back, and he's definitely not in that category, but we still welcome him just the same as part of the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad, along with Jerry the Diver Guy and Vinny Two Tanks, the man of the hour. I mean, last couple weeks, he has been, just providing a plethora of entertaining content on this show, at least for me, for my own amusement. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart, Vinny. I really do.
Well, it was totally unintentional.
Well, I know. And that's what makes it even more beautiful. You know, you can't write this stuff. So, we were in the Galapagos and we had an amazing trip. But one of the things, Vinny ended up taking a header into the bottom of the dive boat, and we talked all about it. And, he could have almost died, but he didn't. And so it provided some, entertaining content to discuss on the show. And so, I shot a lot of GoPro footage while we were in the Galapagos, and it's taken me a while to edit it and try to get it out to the world. And as usual, as Cock Johnson likes to bust my balls about. But I was hoping to get it done by this week, but I couldn't because once again, I got derailed because I got near the end of the video editing, and I noticed I had a really long GoPro clip. And I'm looking at this, I'm like, it happens. Sometimes you accidentally leave your video camera on. You take a shot underwater and you press the button to turn it off, and it doesn't turn off. And next thing you know, you've got a 30-minute video of your crotch, and, just swinging around by however you have it, connected to your BCD. And sure enough, I had one of those clips, and I started looking at it, and I realized it was at the end of a dive, about 2/3 the way through our week. And I was like, wait a minute, is this the dive that Vinny came back up from the ocean and got on and fell down in the dive boat? And I realized, we cracked the surface, and I'm handing my camera up to the boat tender, and I realized, oh my gosh, it is. This is the same dive. I'm like, is it possible I captured the moment? Because he took my camera, and then you just see on the screen that, it's just laying in the bottom of the boat, shooting the sky, and you hear talk. You can hear the audio, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I think this is the same dive. And sure enough, I hear Brittany, I hear Captain Scott talking as they come up from the water and give the guy the gear, and you hear a bunch of rustling around, and then all of a sudden you hear gunk, and then you go, oh, and then you hear Scott say something. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I got the audio of Vinny taking a header into the bottom of the dive boat. The Cock Johnson just walked into the studio. This never happens, does it?
No, it's very rare.
This is very rare. And I know people think and knowing our history.
Now, you just left record on, right?
Well, no, I didn't. I wasn't able to turn it off. I meant to turn the video off, but it didn't turn off. You know, you have these thick gloves on.
So a happy accident.
It was it was purely by coincidence. Only time it happened on the entire trip, by the way, and it was the one dive where Vinny took a header into the bottom of the dive
Looks
boat.
like his shiner's gone, finally.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
He's good.
His battery's wearing lots of pancake makeup.
Yeah.
I got a little sore neck, but other than that, I'm
Yeah,
good.
he's good, and that's why we can make fun of it, because he's fine.
Oh, man. I would have died of drowning if I would have seen that, because I would have just laughed myself silly and inhaled a bunch of seawater and
you
died.
know,
But I would have died
when
happy.
When it happened, we were concerned for, a minute or two, and then we realized, okay, Vinny's not dead. He's going to be okay. He's shook up a little bit, as you would expect, but we can start busting him now. And then, so we started busting him for the rest of the trip. And
Oh, my God.
Let me ask you a quick question,
go ahead, Casey.
because I know you guys. I've dove
Yeah.
with you a few times.
Right, yeah.
Were you really concerned with Vinny or how you were going to divvy up his gear?
Good point.
And also, did we ever find out who put the banana peel there?
Well, as you're gonna hear from the audio clip, I was blamed. I
think you were framed. I don't think that's
I
right.
do too.
You were blamed?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well, now look, this audio. I'm gonna play this audio. This is a world premiere.
He was blamed by someone who's not on the show right now.
That is true. Let's just roll the tape.
Hey, it's well known the bananas on boats are bad luck.
Well, maybe, but I don't think there was any bananas. It wasn't that. But check this out. This is the honest God. This is real audio of Vinny taking a header into the bottom of the dive boat. I swear. I'm not making this up.
Yep, that's fucking camera.
I thought you said you needed a bait.
What? You all right, Vinny?
No, I'm not. I think I'm bleeding. Blood? Oh, a little bit up on your top. I think you hit your head on the belt buckle. You okay? I'm not in danger of dying or anything, but I'm gonna have to bump.
Yeah.
I didn't feel my skull bounce. It just more scared me than anything else. But I'm gonna have a bump.
Yeah.
I'll probably skip the next dive. I have to now. It hurts. Can I just sit here?
Yeah, sit there forward.
Did you hear me bounce? You heard the sound?
Yeah, but
That's my head.
I think you hit on this. It was that metal buckle.
Okay.
Greg's buckle that you hit your head on. Greg.
That's fine.
You have to put some ice
I'm
on it.
totally conscious. I didn't feel my brain.
No.
I didn't feel my brain.
Yeah, okay.
My skull.
Yeah, you have to put some ice on it when we get home.
Yeah, I just need to put ice on it. It just shocked me. It just scared me.
Blame it on Greg. It was Greg's belt buckle that did it.
I'm not bleeding very bad.
That one. It was that one.
I don't think so.
Blame it on Greg.
I just hit the deck.
No, you hit the thing. If it was bad, then you'd be bleeding a lot.
It was bad. I could pass down.
Yeah. You have a little bit of stuff on your face.
I know.
Here's the one on. I mean, like, you have some carpet on your face.
Oh, I know.
Your hair.
Could be worse. Could be snot.
Blame it on Greg.
Greg wasn't clumsy.
Yeah.
Just be careful with Vinny.
You definitely got to. There you go. So I was blamed, not only for him bumping his head on the buckle of my BC, but evidently for the snot running down his face. Yeah.
Can I just defend you for a minute?
Yes, please.
If we were in court and I was your lawyer,
Yeah.
the obvious analogy is if someone's walking down the sidewalk and they're clumsy in their own clumsiness, trip, bust ass, smack their head on the sidewalk, you don't blame the construction crew that built the sidewalk.
That's right. Exactly. Or the person that was in the water still and had no idea. I just saw him disappear. I saw
Just
him.
because he happened to whack his head on your belt or whatever it was.
Yeah, but
He could have hit anything.
But look, Vinny Two Tanks is okay. Well, no, you were okay. You're okay, Vinny. I swear. You're okay. What? You're okay. I swear. Yes, you are. You're okay, Vinny. All right, more coming up. Stay close.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Bula! You'll hear that a lot when you visit Fiji. It's more than a greeting. It's the spirit of this friendly country. With 333 islands, white sand beaches, and year-round tropical warmth, it's hard not to feel happy at this exceptional dive destination known as the soft coral capital of the world. Fiji Airways has a modern fleet of aircraft that take you to Fiji in style and at great prices. Contact your travel agent now or go to FijiAirways.com and plan your Fijian dive adventure. That's FijiAirways.com.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Hey, baby, what's going down?
Later, nerd.
Are you lacking with the ladies?
Nope.
Enhance your scuba superpowers with a new Scuba Radio hat.
Wow, nice hat.
Just picked it up at ScubaRadio.com.
Buy 2 Scuba Radio hats and get free shipping.
Need a dive buddy, sexy?
Always. And I got a Scuba Radio hat for you, too.
New Scuba Radio hats are now available at ScubaRadio.com.
So cool.
Order yours today, or stay a loser.
Prepare to rig for dive!
Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Since you can survive underwater, you'll go out and look for food.
I better go too. They don't know what I like.
Fry, no! The pressure will crush you like a green snake under a sugarcane truck.
Not necessarily. This is a chance for Fry to test out my experimental anti-pressure pill. I can't swallow that. Well then, good news. It's a suppository.
Holy diver, you've been down too long in the midnight sea.
This is the world of scuba. The world's first radio show devoted to diving. Anything to do with scuba diving, we got it covered right here on the world's
Scuba
first radio
Planet.
show.
We are rebranding
to
as
diving.
We are now Scuba Planet.
And we have exclusive audio of any two tanks taking a header into the bottom of the dive boat. And thank goodness he was okay.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, no, you are. You're okay, Vinny. You told me earlier.
No, I'm not.
Okay, but you told me you were okay.
I'm not in danger of dying or anything.
No, I know.
What does
I
he
know.
say? I'm not engaged in a tiger?
Yeah, no, I'm not in danger of dying or anything. Yeah, but
How did he
yeah, but
make that self-diagnosis?
I don't know, but it's still.
That hurts.
Yeah, see. So there you go.
He ate.
Yes, he ate a lot of seawater.
Big time.
Yes, he did. But Vinny, you're okay.
Yeah, the loudness of the hit just freaked me out because
Right.
it's really loud.
Well,
Sometimes that
exactly.
Sometimes it happens,
You heard
man.
on the recording.
Probably louder in your head.
Yeah,
Well,
he's got his bell rung.
Now, Vinny told the story quite a
Greg's
few
damn
times.
uncle.
Well, right, he told his story quite a few times after it happened. Now that you've actually heard the audio, was it worse or not as bad as you thought it was from what you recall?
No, it was what I expected. I just wanted to make the point that I really my head made a loud sound when it hit the deck.
Right,
It was
absolutely.
a boom.
Right.
Poor
Yeah.
hollow.
Yeah.
I'm not in danger of dying or anything.
I don't think so. But yeah,
But
you
I'm
know.
tough.
Yeah, you are tough.
Most people, I swear,
Most
think
people
if
would have
anybody
died.
else on that trip, they might have had to been rescued.
Oh,
You know, my
easily.
head.
Yeah, and Vinny's.
I have a good high propensity of not getting injured when I fall.
Well,
I've had many.
well, look, in Vinny's case, we didn't really care. So no, I'm joking.
How dare you?
Of course, we were concerned.
Heart of gold, Greg.
Greg, it's your damn buckle that done it.
Yeah, well, according to the Aqua
Greg had nothing to do
Gypsy.
with it. I just slipped.
Yeah. Yeah, how about
I
that?
just happened to go head first.
Yeah, you notice Brittany's like throwing me under the bus, claiming that he like.
That's bull crap.
Yeah,
Vinny, you're not supposed to smash your head into a belt buckle.
Yeah, I don't think he hit the buckle.
The deck was empty. I don't think he hit anything. I
my
right
gear,
into the deck.
our gear was lined up on the deck, and initially I think Brittany thought maybe he had hit his head on the buckle of my
she was
tank
wrong
strap.
about that.
She didn't even
was wrong.
see it.
I'm sorry. The theory is all wrong on this. Vinny, they had this planned out. They wanted your stuff.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Yes, this was all carefully planned out.
Greg wanted the red shorts.
Hey, now that's
right.
I'll tell you what. I put him on, and
That hurts.
yeah.
Benny,
Well,
it was the red shorts is what they were after.
Just stop it. Just stop it right
I
now.
didn't realize
The
that
red
was so
shorts
shocking.
diary.
Yeah.
Notice, Vinny, that they disappeared.
Yeah.
Guess what Jerry the Diver Guy's getting for Christmas? What he's always
One
wanted.
flip flop and some red shorts.
Don't make me go break up the mankini, big boy.
Oh boy, here we go.
Gross.
Oh jeez. Yeah.
It may go to Turks and Caicos with us.
I'm going.
Maybe. That's right. Vinny Two Danks is going.
I signed up.
Yeah. And unfortunately, he left his red Spanx on the dive deck of the Humboldt Explorer, so he won't have anything to wear in Turks and Caicos.
I got a replacement already.
Oh, you do? Just for because it's going to be Jerry the Diver Guy's birthday there in August. Well, end of July, and we're going to be celebrating his birthday on the Turks and Caicos Explorer for the magical scuba dive tour.
Actually, my birthday's on the 11th, one day after the trip.
Really?
So
wow, it's going to be a birthday extravaganza.
We're both Christmas presents.
It's going to be a hell of a trip, Greg.
Yeah. So evidently, Jerry and Vinny are going to be doing something in their birthday suits that week.
Well, it is a magical tour.
It is. They're going to make
it's a magical tour, Greg.
They're going to make something disappear in those red spandex shorts they wear.
The tour
I don't
of
know.
the Beanie Weenies.
Oh wow!
You know, Jerry,
we were
if you
supposed to
don't
sell
have
this
any-
trip, by the way. Thanks,
Jerry, if you
For
don't have
nothing.
any red spandex, you can just cut a couple slits in that red knit cap.
Okay, that's
okay,
just
Greg.
too
I have
much.
a
Yeah.
marketing note for you.
Okay.
If you want to sell this trip,
right,
downplay Jerry and Vinny big time.
Right.
Play up Kristen.
Oh yeah, Mermaid Kristen's going to be on board.
Who wants to
Megan
go see
Heaney Greer.
her?
There you
Megan
go.
Heaney Greer
There
is
you
going to
go.
be on board, and of course, Chef, the scuba magician, he's going to be there too. And if it gets to be too much with Jerry and Vinny, we'll just make them disappear.
Let's see. Who do you want to celebrate with? Me or Kristen? You want to celebrate with me?
Is that a real question?
I won't be around because I'll be going on 5 dives a day. So
That's right.
I'll be busy.
Oh,
You won't
Vinny's
see me.
Now, don't
Yeah.
take your time. Can we get him some of those non-slip
Hey,
shoes?
look, Vinny is not even a magician, and he just said, you're not going to see me. I'm going to disappear
That's right.
in front of you.
I'm
The
disappearing
invisible
'cause I'll be
man.
on
Now
every
you
dive.
see him, now you don't, and he's just going to.
Can we not hear you too?
Hey,
No, I'm kidding.
Hey, Greg, did you get the email from Explorer Ventures?
About
They baby-proofed the boat for Vinny.
really?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's very thoughtful.
Yeah, they don't want him to hit his head on nothing.
Well,
I'm telling you, Vinny, if you fall down on this trip, they want your gear.
well, that's
Yeah.
true. Well, we'll figure
Nobody
that out.
wants my gear.
Greg,
I mean-
Greg gets gear.
But he's fine
doesn't
now.
need
Hey,
gear.
we don't have to worry
I'm
about that.
fine. I had a fall,
Yeah.
and
You
But he's
seem
fine now.
fine.
but
Oh.
I told you I have a high propensity. I've had a lot of serious falls, and I've never broken a bone.
That explains it.
I for some reason I'm good at.
Doomed
Oh,
now.
But when it comes to your neck,
That hurts.
yeah, your neck
I
still
got a
hurts.
little- it-
So
I
you've
got a little
had a lot of
whiplash in the neck.
falls, and you've had a lot of falls and hit your head.
Many times.
Would you say you were
That
concussed?
explains a lot,
So
doesn't
yeah,
it?
he has an excuse. What's yours, Jerry?
I was born that way.
Okay.
Oh,
At least Vinny has an excuse.
He drank his way to that condition.
His family tree's got one branch.
That spring
Yeah, I
water he
fell out
drinks
and knocked
is-
every
it
one
can
of
do
them
that to you, I think.
Oh, golly. You know, if it weren't for the misfits we have on the show, we wouldn't have a show at all.
Why do you look at me when you say that?
Just because. You know what I mean?
I understand.
Hello, Cock Johnson.
Thank you.
All right. So, anyway, wow. I mean, what a gift from the radio gods to actually capture that. What did we learn from it? That the gifts just keep on coming?
Just be careful when you're getting in the dinghy.
It would have been cool though if the camera had been facing the deck. So
Oh
they
my
could have seen
God.
my
We
head.
would have filmed
That
the
would
whole
have been real
thing.
cool.
That would be amazing.
That would be too much.
Might be better in my mind.
I think so. I think so. It was a bloody mess. Anyway, we got more coming up on the world's first radio show devoted to diving. Stay close.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Scuba action star Mike Scott is back in a new audiobook, Cayman Cowboys, Reefs Under Pressure. From author Eric Douglas comes the one that started it all. Listen as Mike deals with submarines, kidnapping, betrayal, and more.
He didn't even have fins or a mask to let him see in the water. He was going to be slow and blind. If it weren't for the float, he knew there would be no way he would ever make it to the surface.
Download Cayman Cowboys or Oil and Water, Return to Cayman, Turks and Chaos, and Lionfish at Amazon, booksbyeric.com, and audible.com.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer. And Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Peregrine is a simple, full-color, multi-gas dive computer. It's also the most economical Shearwater dive computer released to date. Check it out and the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater. Dive computers for demanding divers.
Prepare to rig for dive!
Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Come on for the magical scuba dive tour. Right this way. Come on. What the hell is that? Come on to the magic dive tour. Come on.
Could you, shut up?
Come on to the magic dive tour.
I don't want to hear you.
This is your invitation. Come on to the magic dive tour.
What's wrong with you?
Come on. Might see a levitation. Come on to the magic dive tour.
What are you, an idiot?
Our magical scuba dive tour is waiting to take you to play the unique scuba radio way. Dive in today.
That's awful. That's awful.
So let's clear the air of that.
Okay, but it gets the point across. So we have our magical scuba dive tour August 3rd to the 10th. You can call up Explore Ventures at 1-800-322-3577. Join us, Jerry the Diver Guy, Vinny Two Tanks, Mermaid Kristen, Megan Heaney-Greer, myself, God knows who else. Oh, we got the Scuba Magician, of course. So a ton of fun on board that special week. All right, now before we get back to some of the craziness with this audio and some other things we got on the docket, I want to go back to Beneath the Sea. We recorded some, as we say, wild track audio in the radio world, where we recorded some interviews with our friends from Fiji. This one is Paradise Terry at that fine resort. And, we had a little chat with her. And, of course, she greeted me with the, typical Fijian greeting.
Bula, doing really well. Having a great show here at Beneath the Sea. Lots of people around today.
Yeah, I remember the first time I visited your resort. I hate to talk about a negative experience, but I come at you from this standpoint, Terry. You're coming out of the parking lot, there's a sign that says, "Welcome to Paradise," literally. And then you walk down this path, and it opens up to this magnificent view, the most amazing tropical scene with palm trees and ocean, sunset. I mean, I was blown away. The most romantic place I've ever been on the planet, and I'm hanging out there with two 50-year-old dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was a real shame. I'm sorry about that.
I was thinking, oh my God, my wife needs to be here. But we still managed to have an amazing time, and it's kind of on my list to bring the wifey to paradise someday.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yes, but it's all good. But you and Alan run the resort. It's a very family-run, close-knit operation. You have some kids, and one of them's here in Jersey with you.
It's a treat for me, actually, to have the kids travel along with me. It's my dream. So this time, Jess is coming with me. We've had a week in Manhattan together.
Yeah, okay,
we went and saw a show and did the touristy thing.
Right, and sharing the love of Paradise Tabiuni.
That's right, yeah.
I love this.
Love.
Yeah. And when you go to the resort, it is about the people in Fiji. Of course, we're drawn to the diving and the spectacular accommodations, and the scenery will blow your mind. But man, I'm telling you, the people of Fiji is what sets that destination apart from any other destination on the planet. And that's what drew you and Alan to the resort in the first place, isn't it?
Definitely, that's what we pride ourselves on, is connecting our guests with the Fijian people. So we want our guests to have a real experience and not just have a nice resort with a beautiful diving, but to also connect with somebody that lives there and works there and is Fijian. And it's a really remarkable experience for our guests. And that is what keeps our guests coming back.
Yeah, I mean, they're so willing to bring you into their family. It's like Southern hospitality in the States.
It is.
And you go to Fiji and you'll meet the chief of the village maybe, or you meet a bunch of village folks and they'll say, come over to my house, to my village, and we'll drink some kava and share a story or two. It's amazing.
The hospitality, it's there and it's genuine, it's real, it's not made up. They're not asking for money. They just want you to enjoy your time and have a great time with them. They live for today.
Yeah.
And that's how we all should be living.
They're happiest people on earth, I would say. You never seen more smiles in your life. When you get there to the island, when you're pulling up to the island or getting out of the taxi and walking down the Paradise Tabiuni, there might be a group of folks. They're there to wave hello and bula and might even sing a song when you're leaving or going. I mean, it's really a unique experience. Now, also, like, we were talking before, they have the lovo where they cook a pig in the ground and it smokes all day and it just tastes amazing. But then you also have this meke, which is like their traditional culture where they'll put on a dinner theater kind of thing and dancing and singing, and some of your family does that. Right?
Yes.
As part of to entertain the guests?
That's called, in Fiji, meke is Fijian for dance. So basically, my staff may work in housekeeping or they may work in the kitchen. They will come and perform a meke, a Fijian dance, that they have made up especially for our guests. And it kind of chops and changes. We've got two girls that will do a dance together, and then the next week we'll have another couple of boys. So all of our staff get to have a go, and they actually really love that.
It's an amazing talent, too. They really know their stuff. It's an impressive thing to witness, but man, it just really connects with the guests and it brings your whole dive experience to another level. But the diving is world class in Tabiuni. It's not hard to get to, really. What was it, about 45-minute drive from the airport when they pick you up?
Yeah, so we'll pick you, I guess, up from the airport. It's about 1 hour down to there. But to go diving, because our dive center is on site where we are, basically you walk out of your room, straight down to the dock, jump on the boat and out diving.
Right.
You don't have to get in a taxi, then cross the road, and it's all there right in front of you. And then, of course, we've got all the beautiful shore diving directly in front of the resort,
right,
which is second to none as well. But it's only a 20-minute boat ride from Rainbow Reef, which is the main place where we dive. It's a 20-mile reef system, and there's about 35 to 40 different dive sites on that reef, and that's where we dive every day, and it's unbelievable.
It was our first stop on our Fiji tour last year, and Mermaid Kristen had the time of her life, first time in Fiji. You would want to go back, I guess, right?
Of course, most definitely. I was actually talking to Terry yesterday about it, and one of my favorite things about your resort is that they literally do not have paths to anything. It's all this beautiful soft grass. I didn't wear shoes the whole time I was there. You literally create your own path to get to where you want to go. And I think that adds, in my first perspective, adds a good appeal. Also, our first night there, I think maybe, or second, you had every single guest sit together, eat dinner at one giant long table, and you guys knew everybody's name, where everyone came from, what we do, and that was just like mind-blowing. I loved it.
And the setting is like, well, Survivor. because that's really Film Survivor. What you see on TV doesn't do it justice, especially the view you have there at Paradise Tabayuni. Did you fall in love with that when you guys found that location years ago when you started this place?
Yeah, one of the many things. It has a west-facing panoramic ocean view. I mean, you cannot get better than that. A beautiful sunset every single night, just directly where you need it. And plus that crystal clear water right off the dock. That's what really got us, because we had worked at other places in Fiji before and thought that they were nice, but when coming to Tabayuni and you just realize the natural beauty and how crystal clear and aqua blue that water is, it's, yeah.
Yeah, and take it to another level because they got full spa capability and they can give massages right out there on the cliff in this scenery. And the most romantic place I've ever been on the planet. And I was there with Jerry the diver guy getting a massage from, well, his future ex-wife. How is Sony, by the way, Terry? He's blushing. Look at him. He's embarrassed. Look how red he's getting. That's typical Jerry the diver guy, isn't it?
I know. Sonny misses you. He sends you his love.
No comment.
What do you mean, no comment? You got to give it back.
There's no comment.
Oh, Jerry's getting a little embarrassed, Terry. But yeah, Sony's doing well.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Please give him our best. And Juicy Butt misses him dearly. We had quite the experience there in Paradise. Hopefully we didn't scar Sony and the rest of the staff too much.
No, they're all good. They all recovered quite quickly. So yeah. But make sure you come back again.
Yes.
We'd love to have you all
Well,
back.
like I said,
Just tell Flo I said hi and I still love her.
Yeah, Flo, the whole gang. I mean, it was so weird. That was the first resort in our 3-stop tour of Fiji. We only did like 2 or 3 nights there. We didn't want to go anywhere else. We wanted to spend more time, but you got to go and you got to go. But we won't be back soon enough. But it's great to see you.
Thank you.
And as cool as this place is, once again, it's really easy to get to. Fiji Airways makes it super easy. I mean, those flights from LA and San Francisco, brand new fleet of aircraft. Are you flying the business class back, Terry? Do they let you do that or no?
Of course.
Of course.
I wish.
You don't make that part of your deal with Alan when you're doing these things?
No, I should do that.
Well, you might have to play that card. They got great service, and then you fly into Nandi, and then you fly into Tabayuni, little jump there. It's really easy.
Just connect within the hour and a half, and then you're up on the island. So
there you go. All right, we got more coming up. Stay close.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Prepare to rig for dive!
Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Hi, this is Neil Watson, the Dive God.
And I'm Peter Hughes.
These guys come from legend. They're basically gods.
We've been around the block a time or two with the diving industry.
But I've never heard something as nutty as this.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
God's friggin' gift to humanity.
Now here's a guy I've been putting up with for over 20 years.
Greg, the Dive Master.
You can tell the master I'm done for the day.
Now beat it, loser.
And by the way, Greg, it's Peter Huge.
Whoa.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master, and I got to hang with Dive God Neil Watson and Peter Hughes this past week for the Legends of Diving Rum Club. I've been approved. I'm actually in the club now, CJ.
Well, I always knew you were a member.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't know I was a member until actually I found out this week. Like I am an honorary member of the Legends of Diving Rum Club now.
That's nice of them to let you tag along.
Yes, it is. I mean, I was honored. I mean, we had we had Peter Hughes, we had the Dive God, we had Walt DiMartini, we had. I mean, there was like 8 or 9 big wigs from the dive industry. Captain Slate was there. Hunter, his son, popped over.
Wow.
For a while, and man. We had a good time. There's a lot of things I'm not allowed to discuss because it's kind of like a secret society type of thing.
Last thing they need is you going on your little radio show and running your mouth.
Yes, exactly.
That will result in you getting excommunicated.
Well, we did discuss a hazing ceremony for future inductees.
Wait a minute. What did you had to be hazed?
No.
Why?
No, because I'm one of the. Neil told me at the event that I'm one of the founding members. I mean, I've kind of crashed the party in the past, but I never considered that I was like part of the club until he kind of made it official this past week, and I was like, oh wow.
So that seems like you should have some sort of.
Well, no,
ceremony.
because if I'm one of the first
I knew
group,
you'd try to. I knew you weasel out of it. Take it like a man.
No, I'm not weaseling out of
Take it
anything.
like a man.
I'm just making sure that they know I know you guys.
Greg, I'm fine with you, but all these guys in the scuba squad are really you're gonna
Hey,
lose.
look.
You're gonna lose a lot of respect unless you take your hazing like a man.
Well, no. Hold on.
We never gave him any respect.
No, exactly. Why would you start doing that now? And I'm looking listen. I'm
What little he had is eroding away.
Well, no, I'm thinking of maybe eventually I'll be able to sponsor one of you losers and bring you into the Legends of Diving.
We
club.
have got our hazing.
Well, you will have your hazing because I have been put in charge of the hosing.
No, wow,
hazing ceremony,
magical tour.
And I've talked to Neil about, hey, let me come up with some ideas for future inductees of what they will have to do in order to be inducted into the Legends of Diving Rum Club.
I was going by quantity of rum drank. I think there's a couple of people here might already be beyond you.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
think so.
That's not a prerequisite. And that has
I
nothing
agree
to do
with Casey. Jerry definitely drinks more than you.
Yeah, but
I definitely drink more than you.
No. The rum is that's what you get as your reward for being part of the Legends of Diving Rum Club. That's the reward. That's not part of the hazing. You have to do something to earn your position.
But I have been invited to them. So
you have been invited to the Legends of Diving Rum Club by.
I have been at Neil's house with the Rum Club.
Yes, but that was pure coincidence, and that was only because you were traveling. And I was around at the time.
I did get to do one of those nights with you.
You were nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, well, I hate to tell you this, Jerry, but your
he was retching in the toilet.
Your admission to the Rum Club has been revoked, and until you perform a hazing ceremony to get back in the good graces of the Legends of Diving Rum Club.
It's really simple.
It
You just
is.
bring some rum.
That is incorrect. You are incorrect, sir. This is a secret society, Vinny.
You mean if I bring some bottles of expensive rum, I'm not a member?
That is not.
No, you're some guy that brought rum.
Exactly. That's all you are.
Oh, okay.
You're a rum schlepper.
I did that. And that's all I was.
I'll drink it myself then.
But no, you know someone now that's officially been inducted into the Legends of Diving Rum Club.
I brought rum to the Rum Club, and they drank about every bit of it.
Well, they did, but I'm sorry, I didn't have to tell
really
you.
liked it.
That's not.
I've had most of the members smoking my cigars.
Yes.
During the Rum Club.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. Do you remember?
Oh, maybe.
that?
Well, I'm sure they'll induct you. They'll probably.
I think you guys are confusing your rum clubs.
He's thinking about the cruise.
Is that what you're thinking of?
The Rum Club did not convene on the cruise.
Yeah, that is correct.
That was just a different.
I apologize.
That was more of a informal cigar club.
I see.
Right.
I see.
Yes, this is a totally different thing.
At Mini Lobster season a couple of years ago, we all have a picture of Neil and I smoking cigars.
Yeah,
and I don't had nothing to do with.
And I think the thing, Jerry, I think what you're talking about at Neil's place, that wasn't.
That was
rum,
you're thinking of Lobster Buddies.
We went to the rum tasting. We all gathered at Neil's house.
Who was there?
Drank rum.
Who was
there?
Walt,
Peter, some guy from the aquarium down in Miami.
Oh, Andy.
Checks out.
It does check out.
Checks out.
That's now it's coming back to me. That's when I couldn't attend, so I send Jerry, the diver guy, in as my substitute.
Jerry was a proxy.
Exactly. He was my proxy.
I have pictures of it, buddy.
Have pictures, but hey, I don't know that you're officially.
Were you hazed?
No.
Okay.
No, but
well, that means you're not in. Sorry,
I brought some rum.
You're not. You weren't hazed.
They love my rum.
Well, yeah, but I'm one of the. I was sponsored by one of the founding members the
So it's
dive
like a
god.
fraternity thing.
Well, the dive god, he kind of blesses you. And the
you're
whole
a
thing.
heritage guy.
Yeah, I was kind of grandfathered in.
No, he just sucked
for the
up and
hazing.
showed up.
It was my idea to create a hazing ceremony. So that's what I've brought to the
Conveniently
club.
but not applying to yourself.
Correct,
See,
sir.
it's better if you can dish it out and take it.
Basically, what's going to happen
Nobody's going to want to take a hazing from a guy that hasn't had one himself.
You're going to have to get on a dive boat, and you're going to have to fall face first
into a buckle,
into maybe a buckle. It might be be a lead weight. I don't know. It
Well, I
doesn't
guess I
really.
qualify then.
Well, you've gotten through the
it
first
just
part of
started,
it.
so
Vinny.
you have to reenact it, Vinny.
But I guarantee you, if I bring some expensive rum to this group,
We'll
they'll
drink it.
accept my membership.
Well, I don't. There's no.
Accept his membership.
Hey, whoa, hey, oh, hey.
He did say hosing.
He did.
Well, maybe that's what it is. Instead of a hazing, that'd probably be more appropriate for a group of legendary divers. There's a hosing ceremony where we take our hoses and whack you in the head with them.
This is taking a weird turn.
You guys should have a secret handshake too.
Enjoy your
All the
little
members.
club. I want no part of it.
Wait, really?
Not if you're going to be hosing each other.
I mean, are you a diver or are you not, CJ?
Greg.
Cock Johnson.
Stop it now.
I'm just saying.
Does he not know what he's saying? Is anybody with me there?
Nobody.
Yes, I agree with
Your air hose?
No backup at all?
Take your air hose and you whack someone with it. It's like,
that's not what
30 lashes with the air hose, and maybe that could be the hosing
Now
ceremony.
you guys are whipping each other.
Well,
Very kinky.
Yeah, and next thing you know, CJ, he's going to want to have a pillow fight.
We wear
It's
rubber
just
suits
all-
and we whip each other with hoses.
Skin tight, yeah.
Oh my God, you just sound
like
like
your
John.
Now that sounds like a club.
Yeah, they've got Vinny's attention now. Yeah, see? There could be something there. And by the way, there's no female members yet. So
there's another dead giveaway.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure exceptions could be made for the right female.
Next thing you know, they'll be talking about only members with rash guards.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how that works. But anyway, I was inducted, and I've probably been kicked out now of the Legends of Diving Rum Club. Anyway, hour 2 on deck. The scuba magician going to join us, as well as a mermaid and maybe Miss Scuba USA. That's coming up. Stay close to the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
On the boat or down below if you want to stay in the know. If you be pressurized there, you'll want to be there on Scuba Radio. Let's go!
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio. This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at ScubaRadio.com.
So we're in international waters? Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at ScubaRadio.com.
Oh, hello there. Don't be alarmed. We're just preparing your listening device for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. We do this, of course, by filling your radio with water. Don't worry, we're professionals. Thanks to me, you won't even get wet. You see, I've crammed every appendage of my body into the cracks and crevices of your radio, ensuring an airtight seal. By the way, don't touch your on-off knob. That's a very sensitive area. Anyway, I should remind you, we believe in the buddy system just like diving, so don't listen alone. Call your buddy and tell them that Scuba Radio is about to begin.
We're gonna start a new life under the sea.
So, am I gonna drown?
Of course not. Just stay calm and let the gentle currents relax your every muscle.
Under the sea, under the sea.
Did it just get warmer?
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
Where the hell are the sharks?
And now, here's your dive guide for Scuba Radio, Greg the Dive Master.
And welcome to Hour 2 of the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ's in the studio with me. And then we have the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad connected via the web. Jerry the Diver Guy, Vinny Two Tanks, Casey the Tobacco Nut. And we're going to talk to the Scuba Magician Chef here in just a bit. But before we get to him, we got to talk to our mermaids because they're just they're swimming in shortly, for a quick little visit. And we got to get them, especially Rachel, because we haven't had her on. She's been traveling the world right now, and she is up for being Miss Scuba Queen USA. Which when is that happening? When are they announcing the winner of this thing, Rachel? Do we know?
Yeah, they just announced it today.
They did. And what happened?
I was crowned Scuba Queen USA.
Hey! Congratulations!
Yes, nice.
Look at that. Well, God bless you. Well deserved. Well deserved. So, okay. So
I didn't know there was going to be a big announcement on the show today.
I had heard that there could be, but I wasn't sure if it was going to happen by showtime. And Rachel just spilled the beans to the world.
Very cool.
And I kind of had a feeling this was how it was going to pan out. Now, Kristen was up for it as well. And,
yes.
So I'm sure it was a tough choice for him. But Rachel came out on top. There was no cage match, no wrestling, anything like that.
No coleslaw was involved.
No coleslaw, Jello, right?
Cabbage of any kind.
Greg, come on.
I know. It was purely on the up, but well deserved, Rachel. So, congratulations. Are you pretty happy about this, or what? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm really thankful for the opportunity. The Scuba Queen International Committee kind of gives you the opportunity to advocate for something that you're really passionate about. And when I became a dive master, I started leading snorkel tours and was freediving before I knew what freediving was. And I was doing it with less than safe protocols. And so it's kind of like my thing now that I'm a freediving instructor to be able to advocate for freediving safety in the scuba community. So
yes.
Kind of for that opportunity. And then on top of that, I get to work with some fantastic girls to be able to promote the scuba community to the general world. So that'll be really exciting too.
I love it. Well, hats off to you. And you'll be getting the crown for USA win. And in their crown, or is it a sash, or what do they do?
I am still learning the processes. We have the meeting tomorrow. They just wanted to announce the news, and I'm literally getting out and getting ready to go diving. So
as you should, as Miss Scuba Queen USA. That's what they do. Hello. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good on you. Good on you, Rachel. Well deserved. And, the only downside to this whole thing is I was talking to Rachel a week ago or something about the DEMA show in Vegas. That's her, her home turf. And I was like, hey, you going to be at the DEMA show? Well, I think so, but I don't know. They may be sending me to Indonesia if I happen to win this Miss Scuba thing. And they conflict. Yeah. Is that right, Rachel, or we still don't know for sure?
I think the jury is still out on that one.
Yeah.
They are with the international organization to see if they can fix it to where there won't be a time conflict.
Right.
And humanly manage it. I'm going to have my cake and eat it and be able to do both because it would be amazing to go to DEMA since it is in Vegas.
Yes. And then we'd have Rachel to ourselves for a few days at the DEMA show, and that would be awesome. But, hey, congratulations, Rachel. I know you're going diving, so go dive. Because she's going to have to do it more. She's Miss Scuba Queen USA. It's kind of a thing. And just know we are very excited for you. Say good on it. They made a good choice. Made a good choice indeed.
As Scuba Queen, are they sending you to Florida?
Well,
I don't know Florida, but I do know I might be going to Borneo. So get 3 weeks.
Oh boy. Yeah.
So Malaysia, Borneo. I haven't been there yet, but we will. I'm still waiting to hear all the details, but I know for sure I'm headed to Malaysia.
That's sweet.
Bravo.
Yes. Well, she's going to need to be cloned because they're going to be sending her all over the place. And then, she does all the movie stuff. She does fire eating or throwing around, twirling fire sticks and all kinds of crazy stuff.
A true underachiever.
Yes. Exactly.
You know now, Greg, that you had to play like that Miss America song or whatever.
Yeah, just sing it to her, Jerry. Go. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Come on,
And
Jerry.
a certified pharmacist.
No, it's okay. Yeah.
Miss America.
Sing the Styx version.
Is there one?
Yeah.
Oh, how's
It's
it
a
go?
great song.
How's it go?
You, Miss America.
Sounds just like it. If you're
Nice.
deaf. Anyway, okay, good stuff, Rachel. And we got Mermaid Kelly
I
with
gave
us
it a shot.
as well. I don't want to, undersell her achievements, even though she may not be Miss.
She's here too.
Scuba USA. But you're happy for Rachel, right, Kelly? That's cool, isn't it?
I'm so happy for her. Congratulations again, Rachel. You deserve it.
There you go.
Oh, thank you. Well, it's nice to see you just for like this time. But
Yeah, just be thankful you're not going to be at the scuba show because we got a magician that might want to cut you in half to open it.
I mean, I could have done that. I would have volunteered as tribute by all means. And like I said, if I could clone myself, I would. But I'm teaching in Mexico, so
yes.
Unfortunately, there is a scheduling conflict there. So I'll be talking about dive medicine and teaching free diving.
Oh, okay. See, she's
What is
sharing the
more
love of diving.
important, Mexico or hanging out with us?
Well,
I mean, if I had my cake and eat it, I would do both. If you could like teleport to the cenotes, we could go diving.
You're like Wonder Woman, so you should be able to do both.
Okay, well, you're giving her a hard time, Jerry. I mean, why don't you just bask in the glory of her success instead of
I am.
bust her tail? I mean, what's up with that?
I cast my vote for her anyway.
Oh, okay. There was no voting involved, I don't think.
Well, I was privileged. I got a vote. Where were you at?
We told him he was part of the process.
Exactly. Oh, gotcha.
Shut up, Greg.
Shut up, Greg.
He thinks he's one of the
Shut up,
judges.
CJ.
Exactly. All right. Well, we'll figure something out next time we connect there, Rachel, for sure. But Kelly, you going to be at the scuba show, or what are you doing?
Absolutely.
All right.
I'll be at the scuba show and at DEMA.
Yeah. All right. Perfect. So we got a few.
Greg, you know
mermaids.
what this means.
What does that mean?
If Rachel is scuba queen.
Yeah. Who's scuba
part
queen?
of her queen powers are
Yeah.
like if she tells us, I want you to go kill somebody, you have to go do it.
Oh.
You cannot refuse an official royal order.
Yeah. Do you have any proclamations you want to share with the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad? Yeah.
You must go diving this week.
You must go diving this week. That is her proclamation to the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad and the world as Miss
I
Scuba Queen
successfully
USA.
covered that in Virgin Islands this week. So
Well, we don't care right now. We're going to talk about it. No, we are.
I'm getting my requirements.
No, that we're going to talk about that. I'm kidding. Casey, the tobacco nut. That's just what we do.
He didn't fall and bust his head, did he?
Yeah. Well,
No,
I bet. Well, look
no.
at him. Well, that's kind of hard to tell.
Maybe he heals quickly.
Well, I just looked up at the closed caption video and saw Vinny, and then I compared that look with Casey, the tobacco nut. Ooh, I don't. Yeah, it was quite a contrast. Let me just leave it at that. Anyway,
You're abusive today, Greg.
no, that's not. It's just it's an
Greg,
observation.
you're
Hey,
triggering
Greg, does that
Jerry.
help?
I'm triggering Jerry. Jerry's house.
Greg, does that help? Put my hat on.
Yeah. It's supposed to go in front of your face.
There you go.
Oh, ouch.
No, he's trying to
Me
look
and
like
Vinny
Vinny.
could be brothers.
Oh boy, God, maybe they are. They might be. I mean, look at Vinny. He looks perplexed. It's either that or he suffered a concussion on the boat and he still hadn't totally recovered. We're not sure. You can see this on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch, and we apologize. Hey, coming up next is Scuba Magician. Stay close.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer, and Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Taric is the best, most intuitive, and reliable wristwatch-sized dive computer on the market. Check it out in the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater, dive computers for demanding divers.
How, when, and where it's made has never been more important than now. Just ask all those divers and dive shops that struggled to get products and parts during the pandemic. One relatively new gear manufacturer, however, managed quite well. Nex is one of the few, if not only, dive gear manufacturers to bring regulator and design assembly back to the USA. No shortages during the pandemic for their customers and dealers. And get this, Nex was a Tester's Choice winner in Scuba Lab for 2022 and a Best Buy in 2023. Each Nex regulator system is made to order, cutting down on overhead and allowing you to get exactly what you need for the kind of diving you prefer. This will be the last regulator you'll ever need, since the modular design can easily be modified as your diving skills and preferences evolve over time. Are you ready to make your next dive your best dive? Then go to nextdive.com. That's nexdive.com. Nex Underwater Products. nextdive.com.
Scuba action star Mike Scott is back in a new audiobook, Cayman Cowboys, Reefs Under Pressure. From author Eric Douglas comes the one that started it all. Listen as Mike deals with submarines, kidnapping, betrayal, and more.
He didn't even have fins or a mask to let him see in the water. He was going to be slow and blind. If it weren't for the float, he knew there would be no way he would ever make it to the surface.
Download Cayman Cowboys or Oil and Water, Return to Cayman, Turks and Chaos, and Lionfish at Amazon, booksbyeric.com, and audible.com.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Hola, I am Sunny from Paradise Tavini. I work here as a waiter and also as spa therapy. You are listening to Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am also the official masseuse for the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad. And by the way, Jerry the diver guy has the juiciest butt cheeks I've come across in years. Oh, Jerry, I will never be the same.
I don't know what Jerry was talking about, that we've been being cruel today on the show. There's the ultimate compliment that Jerry the Diver Guy got here on the world's first radio show devoted to diving. He evidently has a juicy butt, according to his close personal friend in Fiji.
The masseuse.
Yeah. So, Jerry, you're welcome. I know Rachel, being crowned Miss Scuba USA, Scuba Queen USA, got all the spotlight, but I wanted to make sure you had your moment in the sun as well. Even if it meant that you were bare ass naked and someone was massaging it.
He was being Greg, you put it lightly. He was being manhandled.
True.
Well, now, look,
juicy butt turtle
I wasn't
slut.
the only one that was manhandled that day.
No,
I think
but you were his favorite.
Yeah.
Right. And that
Both
means
of you
something.
all
He was
were.
sort of drawn to you.
Exactly. Yeah,
Well, look,
and think about it. He was
You guys had a special connection.
and he was the last one too, so it wasn't like he didn't have something to compare it to.
There's a lot of Studleyism here. So you two, I don't know. I mean,
Studleyism?
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about.
That.
Okay, let's just move on. Let's talk about diving. You know, we're going to talk to the scuba magician, but Kelly has to hit the road because are you on your way to a mermaid shoot? Is that what you told me during the commercial break, Kelly?
I am. I'm heading out with a couple of my girlfriends. We're almost here, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're doing a mermaid photo shoot today.
Nice. And where at? Just somewhere out there on the left coast, out there by Vinny Two Tanks. You can't say
Southern
where.
California.
Yeah, a little private event, or is this a big public to do?
Nope, just a little private thing with some friends.
All right. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. And then you just did some diving. What was it for your birthday? Is that what happened? Where were you?
In April, I was in Cabo, Mexico.
Right. Actually, when we come out to the scuba show, there's some stuff from the tourism board in Cabo. They want to have a little chat. I don't know much about the diving there, other than, isn't that a hot spot for like whale sharks and things? Isn't that?
Yeah, but we saw so many whales, humpbacks. There was a lot of humpbacks. I actually saw a whale shark on the surface of the water, which was really cool.
All
I
right.
didn't dive with them. I'm doing that in June.
In June? Where?
In Cancun.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, the Isla Mujeres, where they congregate, is that what you're doing with the whale shark thing?
Yeah. So you start in
gotcha.
Cancun, and then you just go up to where they are.
Yes.
And then they'll bring you back down.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a yearly pilgrimage for a lot of folks that like the whale sharks, and I've heard some pretty cool things about that. That's on my list for sure. Well, you go enjoy your mermaid shoot, and we'll see you in a couple weeks there for the scuba show. Okay, Kelly?
Is she not going to introduce the mermaids to us, Greg?
No, she knows better.
She will.
Wait till the scuba show, Jerry. Don't jump the gun. Just let her tease us, unless you have them there and you want to, Kelly. I don't want to put words.
I don't know who they are.
The tails are my mermaids. They just ran inside.
Yeah, of course they know better. She's warned them.
They run
All
from
right.
you, Greg.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, Kelly, well, go enjoy your mermaid shoot then, okay? And good to see
All right,
you.
thanks so much.
There you go, Mermaid Kelly. So
There they
she'll.
come.
Oh, there they go. Hey, there's one. Oh, look at it. Yeah, she's got the thing going on. Yeah, she's doing her underwater mermaid kisses. Yeah.
Oh, with the bubbles.
Yes, without those, because they're topside. There actually, there is some big mermaid news we need to address. Marina, the fire-eating mermaid at the rec bar down in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, I remember
They
her.
fired them.
Yes. What?
They fired them this week.
What?
From the rec bar, yeah.
No more mermaids?
No more mermaid show for, as far as the burlesque stuff that they were doing. Now, they had a family show that was going on during the day, and evidently that group has taken over all the shows. But Marina basically put the rec bar on the map for that. And
well, we'll never go back to the rec bar.
Well, I don't know what to think of that. I have reached out to her, and we've had her on Scuba Radio before. She's laying low right now because she's a little shell shocked. I mean, she started that show at the rec bar 19 years ago. 19 years they've been doing a crazy mermaid show at the rec bar down at the what's it called, like the B Hotel? It used to be the Yankee Clipper back in the day, but
That's what I was getting ready to say. It was a Clipper, wasn't it?
Yeah, used to be. Yeah, now it's like I think it's the B or V
Part
or
of
something.
a rite of passage to go by and have a drink in there.
Right. And it's still there, but they want to keep it as like a family friendly type of mermaid thing, which is they were doing quite a unique thing down there at the rec bar. They were doing like a midnight burlesque underwater thing.
Well, I'm glad I got to see it when I did.
Yeah. I mean, I have no doubt her and her pod are going to show up somewhere else, but they have to find a new swimming hole for Marina's fire-eating mermaids or fire-eating aqua cats or whatever it is. I mean, she doesn't even like to be called a mermaid. She's an aquatic performer and quite a gal.
Okay.
Yeah. She's actually a flight instructor. She used to be a wing walker, like one of those gals that would climb on top of an airplane wing and walk. Literally, she did that, and she's involved in the tiki world, all kinds of crazy stuff. So anyway, we wish her the best.
The plane when I'm in the plane.
Yes, exactly, Chef. I mean, but she's quite a interesting character in her own right. So we wish her the best, and I know she's going to land on her tail somewhere pretty soon, and they'll probably be bigger and better than ever.
As long as she doesn't land on her head like Vinny.
Well, there's that. But Vinny lived through it, so she probably would too. Yeah.
We can make a space for her on the squad.
Yes. Well, she's always welcome, but she's way too good for us. But it is what it is. Okay, so we do have Chef, the scuba magician, with us. He's going to be with us at the Scuba Show to help open the show each morning, June 1st and 2nd. Go to scubashow.com for all the details. Have you come up with a thing? We cut a mermaid in half to open the show last year. We're not going to do that again. We got to do something new, fresh, out of the box, or we're going to make someone disappear. Like if Jerry the diver guy gets too annoying, we can just snap our fingers and poof, he's gone? Or what do you think, Chef?
Well,
Any
according
idea?
to the Magician Union, I can't do anything productive with my powers.
Yes. See,
union rules.
that figures. But yeah, it will be. I have no doubt that you're going to come up with something pretty cool. I mean, Chef, he's done the magic circuit. Work in Vegas. He's been on Penn and Teller's Fool Us. He works at the Magic Castle in Hollywood, and we're going to do a little stop there on our trip out to the Scuba Show. Looking forward to that. But, well, you know what? Let's take a break, and then we'll talk about some of the things we're going to do at the Scuba Show and in the Turks and Caicos when he joins us there in August. That's next on the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, no Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Hi, my name is Lisette, and I will be your bartender at Titico Bar in Saba. Come on and see me, but until then, keep listening to Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. And now, here is a one sexy man, Ray, the dive master.
There you go. There you go. He only took 3 drinks and 2 tequila shots.
Yeah, that's what it takes.
That's me. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am the Greg the Dive Master. I almost said sexy man, but I guess that's
It's amazing.
That
what
sounds a little cocky.
It's amazing what they'll say when you tell them to.
Yeah, that's all you got to do.
I was there
just
when
ask
that
them.
was recorded.
Yeah, booze is
She
a
chose me
magical
for it.
concoction.
No way that came out naturally. No
Well,
offense. No offense.
Okay, fair enough. Well, speaking of making people feel better. Mermaid Kristen.
That wasn't creepy at all.
No, Mermaid Kristen just texted me. She said, I didn't win Miss Scuba Queen USA for 2024, as we know, because Rachel told us she did. And I knew it was
awkward.
This was going to create one of those moments. And I said, oh, well, I'll tell you what. Let me think about it. I could throw it out to the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad. Maybe we come up with a new title for Mermaid
You should have
Kristen.
feigned outrage. What? That's ridiculous.
Okay.
Well, Greg, me, Vinny, Casey, Chef, Kelly, all knew before you knew.
Well, okay, so what?
That's true. we're more privileged than you.
Oh, well, okay, who cares?
Petty.
No one. Well, I'm looking out for Kristen. I'm like, maybe we give her a title.
A couple of minutes earlier than we did.
Do we have a title we can give to Kristen to make her feel better about her loss?
I like Queen of the Reich.
Queen of the Reich. Reich. Okay. All right. Well, there's that. I think we're gonna have to keep working on it though.
Okay.
She's a northern neck redneck.
Northern neck redneck.
That's not exactly a title.
Yeah, it has to be
Or
something.
did she become? Was she the runner-up? Because if something happens accidentally to the other girl, then she just slides right in.
Hey, she could pull one of those Tanya Harding things.
Maybe she could be Scuba Handmaiden.
Or we could just use your favorite line.
And?
Loser.
That Jerry.
Wow.
Come on,
Harsh.
Jerry.
Grow
a heart.
Kicking them when they're down. How dare you?
I just said use your favorite
I'm going to
line.
send you to Dr. Doug so he can check and make sure you have a heart.
Because obviously he does not. Oh, boy. All right. Well, we'll come up with something for Chris, and then I'm sure she will not want.
Dairy Queen.
Dairy?
No.
Anyway, we have Chef, though, the scuba magician, with us, and he's been tolerating this nonsense very patiently, and we do appreciate it.
It's a superpower.
Yeah. But we are just a couple weeks away from the Scuba Show, June 1st and 2nd at the LA Convention Center. New location, bigger and better, newer, cooler. It's going to be pretty sweet. And, I mean, have you thought about what you want to do up front to help open the show yet, Chef? Or is this going to be on the fly and you'll pull it out of your sleeve kind of thing? What do you
I've
think?
got something planned, but it's going to be a surprise.
Okay. All right. Well, and that's what he likes to do. I'll tell you what, he is really, really good. And
which really means he hasn't thought of anything yet.
Haven't figured it out at all.
No, that's not true.
Didn't even realize the show was 2 weeks away.
Well, see, he plays it down, but he's a pro. He is a pro. And you know, he does this Scuba Magician program. You can check it out, ScubaMagician.com. And but you actually are we allowed to talk about this new program thing that you're going to debut?
Yeah, absolutely.
So tell us what you're planning to showcase in regards to Scuba Magician at the Scuba Show. There, Chef.
Yeah, so we now have a little over 4,500 Scuba Magician instructors worldwide, which is very cool. So a lot of people teaching the Scuba Magician class, but we also have a great deal of them that are now using it as part of an enhancement for like an open water class or for an advanced open water class. It can help with like a nervous diver, you know, that kind of thing. Well, I decided to create a bundle that is the Scuba Magician open water class bundle. Where actually show instructors exactly how I teach open water using magic as the vehicle to drive the entire class. I've always had the belief that magic makes the message more memorable. So it makes it a little bit easier for people to understand the concepts, makes the class a little more fun. And this starts like when you first meet them, there's a magic trick. During the quick review exam, we have magic that's blended into that. In the confined training, so it's the whole 9 yards. So it's a complete bundle and video series, about 2 hours of studying, but they will learn exactly how I teach an open water class and how I use magic to help drive it, which actually then also cross promotes Scuba Magician. So, you know, it's kind of win-win.
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
Get certified and then say, hey, did you like how I did the magic? I can teach that next week now that you're certified. And now you can, getting them on with continuing education. Scuba Magician does count towards master diver rating, which is nice. So it's a pretty easy certification.
Mm-hmm.
And more importantly, a young diver now has some skills that they'll learn that a professional would know. You know, how to use nonverbal communication better as a diver. Because to do magic underwater, it's a lot of nonverbal communication. There's a lot of things that'll get them thinking more like how a pro thinks,
right.
Which is nice for a new diver.
Yeah, and I got to say, when I ran into Chef and his buddy Scott at the DEMA show a few years ago, at first it was a head scratcher, like, what? You're doing, magic underwater? How's it? And then you see it in practice, what they're actually doing to further your scuba instruction or just make it more fun. I was like, oh my gosh, this is a genius idea. This is so much, it's a very cool idea. And it really does enhance.
When it first came out, the greater majority of people thought it was the most ridiculous thing they'd ever heard of.
It was unique, that's for sure.
Later, 4,500 instructors later,
right?
Those same people still think it's the most ridiculous thing ever. But what can you do?
You know what? I like I said, it's all about making. When it comes to scuba diving, when we're talking about growing the industry or growing the amount of divers in the world, you're not selling scuba diving. You're selling fun, and this makes it more fun. Makes it more enjoyable an experience and that kind of thing. And you can really, I've seen Scott and Chef do this where they use their magic tricks to really, help you, get a concept down, whether it's, how pressure affects us and things like that, and bubbles with nitrogen and DCS. And they use these magic tricks in a very, very creative way. And really is a good training tool on a level that at the time I saw it, I did think a little crazy, but hey, this is fun. But then I saw it in practice. I'm like, wow, this really makes a lot of sense. So good on you.
As an instructor, even when we have a new student in the pool, right, confined training, dive number 1, you can tell the people that are really nervous and then the people that are just super comfortable underwater.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as we bring them like to the deep end of the pool to do, equalization, drills, we want to keep them there for a couple of minutes. And so I do a trick with a shark puppet where they select a card and then there's like a feeding frenzy. So the card's like flying all around the pool. And then when the trick is over with, not only did the shark find their card, but it's like a shark bite out of it.
Nice.
And so it's funny, there's something cool to it. Well, now I have the people bouncing around the pool to pick up the other 51 cards. So it's like a 52 card pickup underwater. But now they're getting their first experience of kind of like moving and how if they push off with their feet that they kind of glide for a second. And so you could see them like forgetting that they're in the deep end of a pool, that they were nervous a second ago. Now they're having fun because you got their mind off of it, which is really one of the benefits of the Scuba Magician, is that it can really help with those nervous divers, especially in those first couple of dives when they're even in the ocean. You do it on a safety stop, and it just kind of makes everybody relax for a little while.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm telling you, it's a great idea, a great concept. ScubaMagician.com. Chef is the guy. And he not only is he going to be with us at the Scuba Show, but he's going to join us for the Magical Scuba Dive Tour, August 3rd through the 10th. And Jerry the Diver Guy is going to be on that one. And he's had a shark puppet before, made it disappear, but had nothing to do with magic. And he put it in a place that was, well, I don't know if I should say.
The cave diver.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what it was. All right, more coming up. Stay close.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
You guys still make Danny DeVito do crazy, often humiliating, and sometimes life-threatening stunts.
Yeah, that's true.
And does he ever say knock it off?
Yeah, this time we almost killed him this year. We almost drowned him. We did an underwater sequence, and Danny's incredibly buoyant. It was like a buoy.
Yeah, right. It's a buoy, yeah.
It was hard to get him down, so we really had to weigh him down. And when the shot was over and we were all trying to get back to the surface for air, we all quickly got through the water, but because we weighed him down, he sort of got halfway and was going nowhere. And that look of panic in his eyes of like, this is the end, these guys killed me. But we had some safety divers, they got him out.
Come on down to the bottom of the sea.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. All right, so by the way, we realize that Mermaid Kristen doesn't need another title. She already has one. She's
Virginia Ambassador to Scuba Queen.
Right. She's Miss Scuba USA Virginia.
She technically still probably has
reigns over Jerry the Diver Guy.
Over Virginia, yeah.
Yeah. And if you don't comply,
no, it's that's the rule.
Right. That's the rule. You're from that neck of the woods.
When it comes to scuba diving,
Revolutionary War, we got rid of kings and queens.
No.
Her jurisdiction is all scuba diving in Virginia.
Yes.
No.
And if you don't comply, there's a trident involved.
Or she could send a couple of knights your way to
go ahead
you
and
a
send the
bad
knights.
day.
Okay.
You'll have a very bad day.
Evidently, there's some trouble in the kingdom of Virginia.
Jerry will not bend the knee.
You must comply.
No kings or queens allowed.
I don't know. In Fiji, we know who's the queen. It's probably the same for Virginia, is my guess. Anyway.
You made it funny.
You think? I think that was just an observation.
He made a fun yay.
Yeah.
Laugh when he makes a fun yay.
Sure. Well, look, Jerry the Diver Guy's birthday is going to be very close to our Scuba Radio trip, our magical scuba dive tour.
That's so cool.
Turks and Caicos.
The big 7-0.
Yeah, and you're missing it, buddy.
He looks
21 again.
No, he looks amazing for an 84-year-old woman. So we'll be celebrating accordingly. And Scuba Magician
really help.
Vinny's? You don't know where he got them?
Oh God!
I'm not going to hazard a guess.
Yeah, there were some things I did
They're
not.
sharing clothes. I don't want to know about it.
Well,
Did you say Spanx or Spanx?
That's private.
oh boy,
You decide.
Oh, he got his Spanx on.
okay,
And-
that's enough. That's just
knew it.
enough.
I knew
We
it.
want Chef to go on the trip,
I
Jerry.
knew
Let's not
it.
scare him away. But regardless, we have many reasons to celebrate. Like I said, Jerry, the diver guy's birthday will be that week. He's going to be there, and Vinny Two Tanks and his Spanx will probably be there. And he is planning to be there. And then Mermaid Kristen's going to be on board. Megan Heaney-Greer, U.S. freediving champion from back in the day, and also works with Explorer Ventures. And of course, Chef Anton. Now, Chef, have you ever been to the Turks and Caicos before? I know you've been around diving all around yourself.
Yeah,
but
I've been diving all over the world. I've never been to Turks and Caicos, so yeah, it should be a lot of fun.
it will be. I mean, that time of year is really good. I mean, I always say September is my favorite month, but when you get into August and it's nice, it's warm, it's bathtub diving. I mean, Vinny can dive in his red spandex Spanx and nothing else. I mean,
Don't encourage him.
Don't,
Right.
Greg.
Greg,
What's wrong with you?
But that beats the cold water diving is my point. I love bathtub diving like that. Where you
Yeah,
just-
I just did a
August-
nice dive, last night in La Jolla, and it's 58-degree water, and
Right.
it was 55 degrees out.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
God bless you,
Yeah.
And even when I was in Galapagos, I was freezing a bit there, here and there, and it wasn't even close to that cold. But, it's a lot of extra work. You got to put those wetsuits on, 5 mil, 8, 7 mil, whatever the case may be.
In this case, it's dry suit.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the only way to go.
Well, there you go. But think about just removing all those elements, and you just grab a t-shirt, board shorts, slip on your gear, you're in the water in 2 minutes. And we'll
That's
be
a
doing
good
that.
life.
We'll be doing that for a full week on the Turks and Caicos Explorer 2 live aboard, and anyone can join us on that. We got spots available right now, 1-800-322-3577, and he's going to perform. Chef is going to do some magic tricks, teach some people some stuff, and you're even talking about making everybody on board a scuba, giving them a Discover Scuba Magician.
I want to get them full scuba magician certification.
There you go. See?
Yeah.
Another little bonus. That's magic.
Yeah.
I love it.
Are you going to get that, Greg?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Like I said, I think it's a great tool. Not cool little extra tidbit to have up your sleeve.
What would his title be, like junior magician?
I don't know.
Little magician?
What would it be, Chef?
Is
he
there-
would actually be a certified scuba magician when it's over.
Yeah.
No. You got to come up with one better than that. I mean, it's Greg. Come on,
Like an official title, like
Little Tax Magician.
Underwater Wizard.
Yeah, wizard. I don't know.
Okay,
Jerry, you're
I'll go with
also
that.
going to have to figure out, do you prefer him doing tricks or playing his uke?
I wasn't bringing a uke. I could bring a guitar if you by
If you
request.
keep him busy with the magic, he won't
Yeah,
play
that's what I'm thinking.
I like it.
There's that.
I like it.
Okay. Yeah. And but the other thing too about Chef is he really is a professional magician. He's not just some guy who does a bunch of goofy little card tricks at a party, even though he could do that too. I mean, he's the real deal. I mean, he's done stuff in Vegas. I mean, the Magic Castle, if you haven't heard about the Magic Castle, are we even allowed to talk about that? Because it's like a secret society thing too. Right,
Yeah,
Chef?
no, you can talk about it all you want. They just can't get in unless they know somebody.
Yes. You got to be invited.
Private members only club.
Yeah. But this is a famous historic location in Hollywood, California.
I have heard about it. It is famous.
And I did it,
it's
a long time ago.
amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a very, very unique experience, but you got to know somebody like Chef and get in there. But you actually, and what they have different rooms, and you walk through. It's like a dinner. You can have a real nice dinner, and dress up, and then walk around to different rooms and see really famous and very, very good magicians. And, like Penn and Teller did stuff there. David Copperfield, who's who in the magician world, all came through the Magic
Everybody's
Castle.
come through the Magic Castle.
Yeah.
It's an old Victorian mansion with many different showrooms, and each room features a different style of magic.
Yeah.
So one room is very small, it is close-up magic. One room is bigger, as for like what they call parlor magic. Then they've got like the big illusions. There's mentalism. So not only do you get to see a lot of different magic, but a lot of different genres of magic as well, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Imagine going to a film festival and you get to see 20 minutes of a sci-fi, then you see a comedy, then you see, a romance. So you get a little bit of everything.
Yeah, it is impressive. I did it years ago, and I was in Fiji, and the dive master on one of the boats we were on, for whatever reason, we were talking about we had a layover in L.A., and we had a couple days in L.A. what to do. And he goes, hey, you want to go to the Magic Castle? I'm a member. And I'm like, what? What is that?
Wow.
And that's how I got invited. And so we did it and was absolutely blown away. So it's very, very unique. And that was like 15 years ago. So I'm anxious to go
we've
back.
been trying to do this for like 2 years.
Yes.
Our schedules just keep not meshing up.
Yep. Well, I took Vinny there last couple times, and for whatever reason, they wouldn't let us in. So I'm blaming Vinny. Vinny Two Tanks.
It must have been my fault.
Yes,
he went
right.
face first into the dessert cart.
That's what it was.
It was that damn buckle.
It could have been the buckle, but I don't know. I mean, I think he was okay.
No, I'm not.
Ah, that figures. Okay. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this week. Till next time, remember, it's always better where, gang?
Down where it's wetter.
Safe diving, everyone.
On the boat or down below, if you want to stay in the know. If you be pressurized there, you'll want to be there on Scuba Radio. Let's go!
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio. This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at ScubaRadio.com.
So we're in international waters? Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at ScubaRadio.com.